Hey y'all, good evening. How are y'all doing? I hope you're doing well. I know that I am. It's been a good Sunday, really relaxing. Today I really got some time to relax and I rest, and it was so nice. For the sake of time, I'm going to respond to all of your comments at the end, after the video ends. But please feel free to comment. Um, So tonight, I'd like to talk with you about navigating forward toward contentment. It's a process that doesn't happen overnight. In life, we're constantly navigating towards something. Relationships, a job, a house, vacation, a car, time to relax, the finest meal, so on and so forth. I'll probe with this question though. What are you pursuing? More deeply, why? What are you attempting to fulfill? On a large scale, if your pursuit isn't toward the Lord and His calling, then I would begin to question, I believe, that your navigating is in vain, empty, not fulfilling. And I'll assume that some of you may be wondering which direction your life is going. Trust me, I've been there. When I became a Christian, I knew there were things in my life that needed to change. At that time, though, I didn't quite know what those things were exactly, but I knew that something needed to change. I can tell you, there have been many seasons when I felt lost and confused about what my next steps were in life. Early in my faith, there was a large part of me that wanted to exemplify Abraham of the Old Testament when he moved out of his father's house and the Lord told him that he was going to be the father of many nations. Now, I didn't actually think that the Lord was telling me that I was going to be the father of many nations, but I do know that He was calling me to something greater than me. I was going to face the world head on. No brittle bones, no life in the wheelchair was going to stop me. Nobody was going to stop me. And I knew that one day I needed to learn to be independent in order to one day have my own family. And I knew that, my parents, I wasn't going to have them to depend on. So my mission in that moment was to move out and be a man. So I moved out of my house, my parents' house, went to college, changed my major, then went to a university, ran out of money, so I moved back in with family, struggled to know then where life was going, went through depression, attempted suicide, then moved to New Jersey with friends. When I moved to New Jersey with friends, life wasn't easy right away. It was a huge stepping stone, a huge stepping stone that the Lord used to get me where I am today. And for that, I'm really grateful for. Now I'm working and I'm living independently in my own apartment. Ricky Speaks Life has had, it's reignited and is becoming a large focus in my life. My intentions then, when I became a Christian, and still are, to trust in the Lord with all my heart and not depend on my own understanding, and to acknowledge Him in all of my ways. Now, many years going by, many hardships relationally, physically, of which I'll be going deeper in future videos. The Lord's matured me. I've matured in the Lord. I've gone to counseling, and I've grown to understand the things that needed to change. Now I'm setting forth toward a mission. This mission is ultimately to do His will, to fulfill the plan that He has in my life. Part of that mission can be seen in the book of Mark, chapter 16, verse 15, where Jesus says to go into the world and proclaim the gospel to the whole creation. So, in my attempt for Ricky Speaks Life's mission is to do that very thing. Is to share God's goodness in my life through some of the hardships that I've faced, to be an example of how you can do that as well, and to encourage you. I can remember around the time that I trusted Jesus, my grandma saying that she sees me up on stage preaching the good news. At that time I was doubtful. I was like, Nanny, you're crazy. I can't do that. I don't want to stand up in front of people because I can't stand. No, I didn't say that. But anyway, I said that I didn't really see myself doing that. So if you're unsure as to how to navigate the Lord's purposes, or to know them, the first thing is to believe and trust in Jesus. Jesus died on the cross that you would have life. He says in Matthew 11:28 through 30, come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. You see, when you place your trust in Him, then you can begin the journey of navigating forward with a purpose. I've gone through many moments of feeling lost and not having any direction. And if you're in that place now, I've been there. I can relate. So let me ask you, where are you navigating? Comment that below. His purposes are for you to believe and trust in the good news of Jesus' death on the cross, that you might have life. In that, you'll be able to navigate toward contentment. Are you trusting and navigating toward the purposes of God, or away from His purposes? I want to thank you for tuning in tonight. I pray that you were blessed by this brief message. So in closing, I want to remind you, the ultimate goal of Ricky Speaks Life is that lives will be changed or touched by hearing of, actually changed. Yeah, that was me stumbling over my words, but yes, that too. Ultimately hearing of God's goodness through Jesus on the cross and providing customized manual wheelchairs. So would you join me in continuing to create that avenue for those who don't know Jesus and also can't afford a wheelchair? If so, would you please pray about supporting Ricky Speaks Life financially? And lastly, please like our Facebook page for updates and videos to come. Thanks and good night.